I am Dr. Maria, and today I want to give you some tips of how you can go to the grocery store, buy healthy food, and still save some money. And the reason being because after working with one of my patients, kind of like exploring what was the reason for some of her GI symptoms, what we discovered is that it was related to preservatives. And some of the things that we use nowadays to be able to mass produce food, but that at the same time, these preservatives, these pesticides, for some people actually can be the cause of some of their symptoms. And after working with this patient, I would say probably like 3 months, right? That's what I have discovered, and this is what we're working on together. And she asked me, well, I don't go to these specialty stores, right, because of the cost. So if I go to a regular grocery store, what can I do to still get those things that I need that perhaps are organic, but then save some money when I go to the grocery store? So I want to share a couple of those same tips that I share with her with you today. One is you might want to look in your community for what is called community-supported agriculture. So these are local people that grow food, right? But that instead of selling it to like the big companies, right? Like the big grocery store chains like Walmart, Target, H-E-B, they actually sell it directly to the consumer. A lot of those, what they do is that you subscribe for a box and you decide the size that you want of the box, how many times a week or a month you want it, and they cater it to those needs, knowing that what you're going to get is food that is fresher. They tend to also, cultivate food that is organic and that is in season. And one of the things that really helps reduce your cost when you buy especially produce, right? So fruits and vegetables, is buying what is in season. The other thing that you can do is check your local farmers market. And there might be very cheap options in the farmer's market when you buy, again, what is in season. And when it's not something like specialty breads and yams, which sometimes they sell in the farmer's market, and you can take advantage of that. But if you really want to save money on fruits and vegetables, that's one of the ways that you can do it. The other thing that you might want to consider is buying some grains and some legumes in bulk. And I tend to look at what is on sale, right? So sometimes there might be quinoa on sale, other times oatmeal, barley, lentils, your black beans, your chickpeas. And what I do is that I buy what is on sale, and then I buy it in big quantities because it is on sale. And it's going to take me a couple of months until I go through all of that quinoa, for example. But that's also a good way of saving money. Now, when it comes to legumes, the easiest ones to buy dry and then to cook is your pinto beans and your lentils. Anything else will take a little bit more work because you really want to soak those beans until they're going to be nice and, instead of crunchy, they're going to be soft, right? And there are a couple of tricks that you can do to help reduce your risk of developing abdominal gas or bloating, which we don't want, because then you don't eat them. But that would be for another day. But at least for now, what I can tell you is if you're going to buy them dry, try lentils and try your pinto beans. Another trick that you can use, again, is when you go to the grocery store, look for what is on sale. And you don't have to buy everything organic. There is what is called, yes, the dirty dozen, but then there's the clean 15. And this list of products that is considered the clean 15, you can Google it, it comes up. It might change year from year, but every year, you can find the information. In these ones, for example, like your avocados or corn on the cob, if you do not buy them organic, the probabilities of them being contaminated is really, really low. And these are things that you can say, okay, well, here I might not need to buy organic, and I might be a little bit, I can use these, again, to reduce my cost in the grocery without that fear of it containing a lot of pesticides or preservatives. The other trick is going into the frozen section. And I don't like to use cans, fruits or vegetables, because they will always contain either sugar or sodium, and it's not really what we want. But if you buy frozen fruits and vegetables, what we do know is that they will not have these added sugar or sodiums or preservatives, as long as you read the ingredients, but they tend to also be cheaper. It also gives you the capacity of not having to buy everything that is unseasoned, because they are frozen. They still freeze them in a moment where they are conserving some of the nutrients, right? And then you can use them to cook. And you might say, well, how am I going to use the fruits? Well, these are a really good option, not only for smoothies, but also if you're going to do a breakfast porridge, right? Where you can use, again, your oatmeal with them, some fruits, and you can put it in the slow cooker overnight, and when you wake up the next day, you have breakfast ready. So those are a little bit of the tricks that you can use to reduce, how much you're spending on food. Buy in season. Buy locally, whether it is a farmer's market or a community-supported agriculture. And that's also putting money back into your own community, which is one of the things that I strongly believe in, and it's one of my values. So it's something that you can start to do for your community. When you buy, also consider the bulk section and look for things that are already on sale. It's not that they're cheap, it's that they are on sale, and therefore you're getting them at a discounted price. Also take advantage of when grocery stores put the 2-for-1. I know that some grocery stores do that in particular in August, in the back to school season. So you might get a really good quality almond butter or peanut butter or sunflower butter that doesn't have the added sugar or the added oil, and you can get 2 for the price of 1, and that might be a way of making it last. Consider buying frozen fruits, frozen vegetables, and then really, when it comes to your legumes, lentils, pinto beans, they're easy to cook. They're cheaper when you buy them dry. You can easily prepare them even the same day for the lentils in a lentil soup and lentils with quinoa. Add them to your salad, a lentil burger. There's a lot of things that you can do. And those are ways that you can start to reduce money and what you buy, independently of the type of grocery store that you go to. You do not need to go to a specialty store to get healthy food. You can go to your local grocery store and start looking and comparing. Always remember to read the food labels of anything that you're going to buy that comes in a box, in a can, in a bottle. And always make sure that you're not buying things that have a lot of added sugar, a lot of added sodium, and a lot of added fat, so that you can still buy cheap but really good quality food. Because if you're saving a lot of money in food, the question is, will that increase your medical bills? And that's not what we want. So, this is Dr. Maria bringing you again some tips of how you can save money when you go to the grocery store and still eat healthy and live that happy and fulfilling life, full of energy. Until next time, this is all for today. Bye.